Alright guys, welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I'm gonna be eating breakfast to this, but just let's do this. Oh, thank you. Um, oh, that's nice. Ooh, I picked the right one every time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If you guys remember last time, it got crazy.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So if you guys remember,
Yet there was not a single
an
person here
escape
either. Feeling a
we're gonna go through
wave
today.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, my friend told me about this. There's sometimes figures on there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door
Oh yeah,
that
we
read
escaped,
Mind
boys. We
Control
escaped.
Facility. Although
Hundred
this
shit me out.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh yeah, we out.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Bet. So fun. I swear my leg's made of iron?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh
Farewell, Stanley.
man! No! Oh, yeah.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yay!
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Damn. I think we put in a code there. Oh, bicycle, bicycle. Where's it? I just want to go back. Hey, look, it's the elevator. It's the elevator.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Can you
What the
see?
fuck?
Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things
Hacker.
cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
Should do it,
As long
guys.
as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Just
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Oh god, I totally turned off my PlayStation.
All of his co-workers were gone.
One day we're gonna
What
retry
did
it.
it mean?
One day I'm
Stanley
try it,
decided to
and
go
then
to the
just
meeting
add the two
room.
videos
Perhaps he had
together.
simply missed a memo.
Oh, 420, 420, ha ha ha.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
How do you get there?
when Stanley came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
She got crazy.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I don't know what this does.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
That's all I was.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Let me guess. I gotta shut the door.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Of course.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh. How'd you do that?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I can't go here. Wow. This is like the back rooms.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Can I go that way?
Do we need to restart the game again?
Yeah.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Open the door then. That. I crouch. Okay. I can't. Yep, this door. That door's meant to be open.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay,
Now
bro,
this...
what's happening?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my
Bible.
story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
If I start getting chased, I'm scared.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Open the door then.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
We're meant to go this way.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, okay. Yay! Oh.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Alright, let's go.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah. Please turn this off. Please turn this off. Please turn this off. Oh, I just wanted to mess around with settings.
This is the story of a man.
I don't know if that's copyright or not. Hey, I like that. My phone used to try.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
You found it.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Complete restart. Oh, man. I'm tired of walking.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Open the store then.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Just don't acknowledge it. Trademark? How do you trademark just don't acknowledge it? How do you trademark that? I'm gonna trademark the word deity.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Is that like the
Well,
actual time?
who consulted
How long am I
me?
recording for?
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh my god.
Does that mean,
Just restart the game?
Did we do it? Did we
Nope.
break the cycle?
I bet you this wall.
Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know?
You know, rip
Will
off that
someone
wall
come
and
for
then
us?
like Godzilla.
Will something happen?
It's gonna be there. Godzilla.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Ah. What was that about? I looked at it on my phone one time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, new content.
Oh, new content?
I wanna go
What
there.
does that mean, new content?
Oh, look right there. Oh, let's go. New content. Oh yeah. I love new content. What the god? What the deity? What the skip?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I didn't even buy the shirt.
As
I
you
got
may
it on
know, the
PlayStation
Stanley
Plus.
Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I'm about to restart, bro. I hate these kind of things.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Alright, this is what
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but
Go
I'm
up or
sure
down?
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
we go.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It's gonna be something lame, I know it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, I can't jump out here, but I can jump in here. Oh yeah, this, oh yeah. I want the jump button for... Nice, I broke it. Oh man.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yep, that's it.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it?
I'm fucking done.
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yay! Okay, bro, now what the fuck's happening?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Coffee nut. What do you want to show me? Is it Among Us? Among Us?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port?
Oh, fuck.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Bro.
It was literally every game ever created.
No.
It was Skyrim. It was
No.
Persona 3.
No.
It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
Nothing.
It's no
I
games at
nothing.
all. It isn't even the
Nothing.
Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Open that door. What are you doing? Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from
Jesus
GameSpot.com.
Christ.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
I can't go in there. Oh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not recommended. Could not. It's a good one, but
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
oh dear.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Okay, bro.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh, dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Oh, how
Perhaps
cool.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Sterling. IDK Sterling? Here comes this one.
What's this one got to say?
sir.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here,
No.
we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for...
Okay, bro, fine.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Right.
It's not unendurable by any... Stanley,
Alright, please.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh, it hasn't. It's been
You've just
one.
been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting
yeah.
longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about...
He's gonna be mad. Like, stop pressing the fucking. Oh. No. It ran out of batteries. Shut up.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and...
I don't know if this is what we're meant to do.
The end is never the end, is never the end,
What the
is
fuck?
never the end, is 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 never the end.
Push the button. Push the button. Hey, look, the room's like breaking. That's how we get out. A few more buttons pressed. Alright. Oh my god, I see the light. Yo, what happened? Damn, what the fuck? The apocalypse. thick that room is. Jesus. Seriously, what are we about to do? Hold up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I'm not going back on this thing. Fuck. Please put a skip button on your Stanley. I'll press it. Oh, hey! Let's go. They say. Look at that. Freaking narrator.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What to do? Extra showcase.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Alright, let's. Whoa.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The name of the player?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized
This
and
actually
validated
says
as
my
people.
name.
So with that in mind, my first addition to... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now,
Jim? My
the
name's not
button
Jim.
only says the name
No
Jim.
connection.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really
No, I'm
simulate
outta
the full
here.
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, 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 hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the
don't care,
backstory.
bro.
If you
They
don't
don't
properly
say my name.
roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Because it doesn't say my fucking name like you said it would.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've
I'm
created
gonna
here.
screenshot this. Please no screenshot. Red is the new orange, they're red ray tracing, still the same, but Jump circle? Where's the jump circle? Oh, free plus easy trophy. Get out of here. Oh, yes, I would love this trophy, sir. We'll ever switch up.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
I get you.
But I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, what else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle and the infinite home. Those the collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Jesus Christ, that's bright!
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Oh yeah, let's go.
You know what?
Nope,
Let's
nope.
bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Exit. Let's leave, bro. All I know is I have one Stanley Parable thing. I only got one thing.
Oh,
there, so-
goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to... Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Please no students. Where's the bucket at?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Merch, I'm not buying them. Wait, is that an actual... Hold on, guys. I'm gonna scan that QR code. See what it says. And if it's an actual merch website or something. Oh my god, it works. It works. It's just a video about the sequel. So it's this glorious bucket I need to see. I think it's this way.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Look at the stupid bucket. Where the hell that's at? It's like a settings world champion. What do you mean settings world champion? It better be the the bucket, bro. I wanna go home. I wanna leave. I'm probably gonna end it after this because how long I've been walking around. This crisis is gonna be a long one. Free trophy, the bucket. So we're here at 5. You have to walk through there. All the way to the hole though. What is K? In what? So we walk this way. I'm so confused. Bro, just show me where the bucket is. Should be on some round thing. Bro, can I just leave, bro? Just you give me the bucket or something? Can't find the stupid fucking bucket, bro.
No? You're just going to ignore my advice? Fine. No fun new content for you then. You're the one who spent money on this game.
I didn't. Let me just find. How do you even find this bucket, bro? Bro, this is so stupid. I found your stupid bucket.
A common complaint of
Where's
the Stanley
the bucket?
Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the
How about this?
perfect
You give me a
solution.
crosshair.
Come on, give it a try.
Okay, can I leave now? Or is it gonna like just turn everything nice?
Can you feel it?
No.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable
I've
2.
been doing this for an hour now. I'm gonna end the video here.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Alright, finally leave. May make another video today, I don't know. I got your stupid. Oh. Jesus
So,
Christ,
Stanley,
5 more
what do you
minutes left
think?
of recording.
Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay, good. I was thinking I might want to do this entire freaking time.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
This sucks.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
No, it
Okay,
fucking
never mind.
sucks.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Doesn't matter what you
yes.
do, it fucking
Yes,
sucks.
this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
This fucking sucks even more.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much
Why is the
enjoy
jump circle on
creating
the infinite
gags,
void
but they don't
circle?
add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
See if you can
All right, perfect.
whip these
Go ahead.
balls.
Take a look.
Go ahead and take a took. Hooah, hooah, ha, hooah, ha. Why is it red? Alright then. Well, assuming that this is it, so...
This is the story of a man named...
Yep. Nope, they're not listening to that. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna end it here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?